Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's JPR, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be taking a look at the cut Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield nearly a year and a half after the whole Dexit scenario happened at E3 last year, where they revealed that not every Pokemon would be in Sword and Shield. Back then, it was about 500 Pokemon that were missing from the game, but after the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra DLC packs, now we have maybe 200, 250 left to go over, so I just thought it would be a fun idea for me to sit down and talk about which Pokemon I will miss, some Pokemon that I can live without, and some that I'm just kind of neutral on, just something I could throw together while I'm still shiny hunting Regieleki on the side. I really want to be finished with that because I still haven't finished Crown Tundra yet. It's been a long time, and I really just want to finish Crown Tundra, you feel me? Also, if you've noticed, we have this nice magical thing called lighting now. I'm using the warm light for this video, which I haven't used before. I'm not really a lighting expert by any means. This is like my first endeavor into the whole lighting experiment. So, let me know if you guys think the warm light looks good. I've been using the blue light for my streams prior to this, so if you watch my streams, you can kind of compare. Actually, let me turn it on real quick. Okay, so there's the blue light. Does that look better to you guys? I honestly can't tell. I feel like this makes me look more like a vampire. I haven't been outside, obviously, a lot. I also have the white light. Let's try that real quick. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, the white light is way too much. I look like I haven't stepped outside since March, which is pretty accurate, but not really a good thing. I think I'm gonna stick with the warm light for the rest of this video, but let me know what you guys think down below. I'm still not sure about all this whole thing. Ah, that's a lot better. Also, this shirt right here, I like this shirt. It's nice and it's warm and it's cozy, and it used to belong to one of my uncles, and I always wear it when the weather gets cold. And I stepped into class about a year ago, and one of my professors said that they hated my shirt. So I always thought this was a pretty cool shirt. Let me know if you guys think. If it's like repulsive or something, just tell me to take it off. You won't hurt my feelings. So that's two things I need to know about from you guys in the comments. One, which type of light do I use? And two, do I keep this shirt? Do I get another one? I like this shirt personally, but if you guys hate it, then I can live without it. Alright, and speaking of things that we can live without, well, not all of them. I mean, obviously that's the whole point of this whole video, is which ones can I live without and which ones can I cry myself to sleep over. But anyhow, here's the whole list compiled by Cerebi. Of course, always a big thanks to Cerebi for all they do in the Pokemon community and putting this whole list together, make this video a lot easier for me. So I guess starting off with Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Rattata, Raticate. These guys are like all in the same category, like down here to Fearow. For me, these are like your quintessential like Gen 1 starter route Pokemon, basically, because it's like these are the Pokemon that like define the Kanto region to me personally. And so that was like one of the things I didn't like about X and Y. Like, sure, X and Y brought like a ton of new Pokemon. Well, not a ton of new Pokemon, but like a ton of Pokemon in general to the regional decks. There was like 450 Pokemon in the regional decks, which is nice, but so many of them were just like these filler Pokemon that are like defining other regions, and I don't like that. I think these Pokemon should stay in Kanto, because like we always get a new bug every generation, we always get a new flying type, we always get a new rodent, so I feel like these guys I can live without. Same thing with Ekans Arbok. We have a lot of snake Pokemon by now, and I think Seviper made the cut. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out later in this video. But we have a lot of snake Pokemon regardless, and I think that we don't really need these. They're not really great for anything. Parasect, I'm also not really missing. Venonat, Venomoth, not really. Mankey Primeape, okay, that's like the first one that I would have to say I'm a little upset about, because first of all, they also took Karate Chop out of the game, which I know Karate Chop isn't like a meta-defining move or anything, but it is a good, like, early fighting type move for, like, Pokemon to learn, and I feel like it went great with Mankey and Primeape, and, like, I'm sad that Karate Chop isn't there, and I'm also sad that these two aren't there. I think these two are pretty cool Pokemon. Bellsprout as well. I think this is a cool, three-stage line. And I think they're obviously not the most competitively viable Pokemon, but I would like to see them just come back in general, because I think they're kind of cool. Geodude, Graveler, Golem, we got a little bit of them in Alola with the Alolan forms, so I feel like they got their spotlight recently. I'm not too sad about them being gone. Plus, we have the Gigalith line, which is like more or less kind of the same thing, or at least like a Gen 5 reimagining of this line. Then we have Dodrio and Doduo. Oh, I almost missed Doduo. I was like, whoa, only Dodrio get cut? That's weird. But yeah, these two, never really been a big fan of them, or just Pokemon in general that have, like, multiple heads. It's always been strange to me. There are certain Pokemon that I don't like using. One of them is like the humanoids. Like I don't really like using Pokemon like Hariyama and Machamp and stuff like that. And then I also don't like using Pokemon that have multiple heads. Like it's just like a weird quirk of mine. Those are just the Pokemon that I'm just like, you know what? I'm okay without these guys. Seal Dugong. I think somebody likes them, but I'm not a huge fan. Grimer Muck, we also have Garbodor, and he has a G-Max form, so... and plus, these guys have a low-end forms. Like, we don't need every one of these Gen 1 Pokemon here. Drowsy, Hypno, same thing. These guys don't really add anything. Voltorb, Electrode. The Pokeball thing is... I guess Stunfisk fills that role pretty well. I like Stunfisk as, like, the bear trap more than them just, like, being like, haha, here I am, and then I'm faster than you, and you can't escape, and now I'm gonna explode, and now you have to go heal your Pokemon. Like, you know, it's like a haha gotcha, like, the first couple times, and after that it's just frustrating, so I don't really mind. Is that really it for Gen 1? Everything from 102 to 151 is in the game? Wow, okay. So, there is still a sizable amount of Gen 1 Pokemon in Sword and Shield. But there are a fair number that didn't make the cut. Not too many, not as many as I expected though. The Gen 2 starters surprisingly did not come back. I'm wondering if that means we're gonna get them in some sort of capacity in like the next game, whether it's Sinnoh remakes, maybe it's Let's Go Johto, I don't know. I hope it's not Let's Go Johto, but if it is, that would kind of make sense. I know that these guys aren't like fan favorites for a lot of people. I mean, I like the Johto starters personally. I think you have to acknowledge that even if these are not like the most popular Pokemon out there, every starter Pokemon is somebody's favorite. Like, that is going to be someone's first Pokemon. Like, no matter what way you slice it, no matter from what generation, I think that's very important. And I think that's why I don't really agree with starter Pokemon getting cut, and I think they should just all be in the game, personally. That's just my perception of it. Even if I'm like, I like Typhlosion. That's like the one that I'm missing, but like, I know if you have to have Typhlosion in the game, you also have to have Meganium, and you have to have Feraligatr, so. Same thing with Furret, and, no, well, not for the starter Pokemon, but just for like the general like rodents. I don't miss Furret, I don't miss Ledion, I don't miss Ariados. Like these guys, like, again, these are like the Pokemon that define Johto, right? I know Noctowl's in the game, oddly enough, but like these are the Pokemon that's like when I think of early Johto, like these are the Pokemon that come to mind, and so like I don't mind that they're cut out, because again, like that is what gives Johto its identity, and I don't like it sharing that with other regions. Again, they brought these guys back for X and Y, and I was like, why? Why would you bring these guys back? Like, nobody's gonna use them. Oh, wow, Ampharos is gone? That's kind of surprising. I think Ampharos could have, he could have gone well with, Wooloo. I know that there's, like, a big sheep thing in the UK, and obviously Wooloo is, like, a very popular Pokemon this generation. I think that's a mistake. I think they should have had, they should have had this line in the Galar region, personally. Even if I'm not personally a huge fan of this line, I know a lot of people are, and I also think it would just go well with the region, so I think they should have brought that back. Hoppip, Skiploon, Jumpluff, I mean, Eldegoss kind of feels the same thing, so I'm not too upset about it, I guess. I know some people like this Pokemon, I don't know. Apom, never really been a big fan. Sunkern, Sunflora, don't think they add much. Yanma by himself doesn't add much, but Yanmega is kind of tragic. I wish we had Yanmega. Yanmega's a really cool Pokemon, in my opinion. Same thing for like these other guys, like their base forms I don't really miss, but their evolved forms I do. Unknown, they removed Hidden Power, so like what would Unknown even do if he came back? Granted, if they brought back Unknown, they probably would bring back Hidden Power, but I think there's a very good reason why Hidden Power isn't in the game, and that's because they don't want Dynamax Pokemon to have, like, free max moves of any type they want. Granted, they could just change it to make it like Hidden Power is always normal type when you Dynamax, but I don't know. That's just in my mind probably why they removed Hidden Power. Girafarig, nothing really special. Fortress, I played competitive, so I don't really miss Fortress, because Fortress, it was just always the same thing. It was like, oh, he sends out Fortress, and he's going to set up Stealth Rocks, he's going to set up Spikes, and that's it. That's all he does. I mean, I'm not a big fan. Gligar and Gliscor getting removed is kind of surprising to me. They're pretty popular Pokemon, and I would have liked to see them in the game. Same thing with Snubbull Gramble. I mean, you think of, like, the UK is... What is the Queen's dog? What is the Queen's dog? I'm not British. Again, I'm not British. So I don't know. But I just think of the UK, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Snubbull is a Pokemon that could be owned by the Queen. Wait, it's a Corgi, isn't it? Isn't it a Corgi? Okay, so we have Yamper. But still, I think Grumble would have fit pretty well. I think it would have fit pretty well. Teddy or Ursula, I'm neutral. I'm neutral. Same thing with Slugma Cargo. Houndour Houndoom I do kind of miss. I think these Pokemon are really cool. Oh, Fampy Donphan got cut. Oh, no. Fampy Donphan. Oh, man. Wow. I mean, I know they're not, like, the most useful Pokemon, but still, like, I really like these two. Little Stantler. Stantler only gets cut out because nobody cares about him. Poor guy. Smeargle, again, I think they don't want him running around with any Dynamax move possible. Granted, I don't even think he'd be that good of a Pokemon to Dynamax, because, like, he's not really an attack. He's more of a utility Pokemon, so I don't know. Probably has nothing to do with it. That's it for Johto. Again, I'm going to keep repeating the same thing. I don't mind all these Pokemon getting cut, because, again, these are the Pokemon... Oh, except for Swellow. Except for Swellow, I actually do like Swellow quite a bit. I kind of miss Swellow. But these other guys, it's whatever. Again, these Pokemon that define the Hoenn region. So it's like, I don't want them in Galar. I don't want them in Alola. I don't want them in Kalos. You know, they didn't really start doing that until Kalos, when they started making the regional dexes bigger. But, which I don't mind a bigger regional dex, but, like, fill it with good Pokemon. Don't fill it with, like, these Route 1 and 2, like, filler Pokemon, right? Shroomish Breloom, oh, man, that's a popular one to cut out. I kind of disagree with that. I mean, man, plus we have, like, a whole mushroom area. We have a whole mushroom area. I was about to say, we have mushroom Pokemon in the game. Actually, it might just be Shiinotic. Wait, Amoonguss is in the game. Amoonguss and Shiinotic are both in the game. But they cut out Parasect, and they cut out Breloom. And I think that with you having, like, a whole, like, fungus-oriented area with, like, the Glimwood Tangle, they should have kept Breloom, honestly. Slacking, he would have been cool to have, honestly, because of the whole neutralizing gas thing with Galarian Weezing. I know Regigigas is back now, but, like, that was, like, a big thing. Was at first people were like, oh man, this is gonna make Slacking broken, but Slacking isn't here, obviously. So maybe that was why they didn't bring back Slacking, because, like, they knew Galarian Weezing was gonna be there. So I don't know, maybe he'll come back next gen when Galarian Weezing isn't a thing. Makuhita, Horiyama. Again, I actually just mentioned these by name a while ago. Yeah, I don't really miss humanoid Pokemon that much. They're just weird to me. Nosepass, Propass, don't miss them. Skitty, Delcatty, we have so many cat Pokemon, and these are like, I honestly forgot these two were Pokemon up until the other day when I found one in Pokemon Go. I was like, I forgot, because we have Meowth. Meowth is the normal type cat who has one stage evolution. Delcatty is the same thing, but he's a Hello Kitty ripoff. It's, Medicham, well, the Mega Evolution is a bit underwhelming. I think it's fine that they cut him. Cynthia Plus, I don't mind Pikachu clones being cut. Volby Illumise, again, very underwhelming. Swalot, he kind of falls in that same category as, like, Muck and Garbodor and whatnot, and we have Garbodor, so it's like, I don't really care. Camerupt is cool. I miss Camerupt. Camerupt's pretty neat. Grumpig, who cares? Spinda's cool for the gimmick. I always like shiny hunting Spinda, just because, like, the thought of you having a shiny Spinda probably means it's, like, one of a kind, which I always feel like is a cool thing. I miss Spinda for that alone. And plus, like, he had, like, weird stuff with Contrary and Superpower. He was a somewhat fun Pokemon. I messed around with him on Showdown a while ago. Cacnea Cacturn. we have Maractus, but I know a lot of people aren't satisfied with that. I think more people would rather have Cacnea Cacturn, and I can agree. I think it would have been cool to have Cacnea Cacturn, especially since we have, like, so many desert areas in Sword and Shield, or at least, like, arid areas in general. Like, not really, like, desert, like, in the traditional sense, but, like, we do have, like, some dry areas where, like, these Pokemon would, like, you'd expect them to be there, to thrive there, right? Okay, so I was wrong earlier. Zangoose and Seviper are actually cut. Interesting. I don't know if they would have gone well in the UK. I don't know if are there mongooses that live... Where do mongooses live? Mongoose? Is it mongoose? Is that how you say it? I have no clue. Do they live in the UK? Where do they live? Do they live in America? Am I just stupid? Yeah, the answer is probably yes to all of those things. Castform, he's a gimmick. Don't really mind being gone. Kecleon, same thing. Shuppet, yeah, they're a little cool, but again, without the Mega Evolution, a bit underwhelming. Tropius, I wish they'd bring him back and, like, buff him a lot, because, like, Tropius is one of those Pokemon I always thought was, like, so cool, but, like, look at these stats. Oh my god, they need to buff Tropius, and I feel like they introduced enough cool moves this generation, and plus they have, like, TRs and stuff, they could have made Tropius good. Chimecho, Clamperl, same thing. Love Disc, and then Deoxys. Deoxys being one of the few mythicals. I think it's weird how they brought back some mythicals but didn't bring back all of them. Because, like, mythical is, like, its own separate category. Like, I don't know why we would do that. Sinnoh starters, again, I gave my spiel about the starter Pokemon being cut and why I don't like that. But I feel like the reason is because we're going to have Sinnoh remakes as the next game. And then that would mean we get them back anyway. And I feel like that's probably why they also didn't do the Gen 2 starters, is because if they only left out the Gen 4 starters, and only the Gen 4 starters, then it would have been way too obvious. People would have just been like, yeah, we know what's coming. Like, imagine if every other generation came back except for Gen 4. Then people would be like, yeah, we know the next game is Dino Pro Remix. Granted, I think a lot of us know that already, but still. Oh man, look at all these Sinnohmons. Are y'all sure? Are y'all sure there's not gonna be a Sinnoh remake soon? Are y'all sure about that? I mean, I'm not even like the biggest fan of Sinnoh, but like, man, this is some evidence right here. This is some evidence. This is like every early Mon in the entire Sinnoh region, minus like the Shinx line. The Shinx line is cool, so like they deserve to come back. Oh my gosh, wow. I don't feel strongly about a lot of these, but still. Oh man, the fossils didn't even come. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Buizel, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Bro, all these Pokemon. Ambipom, don't really care. Miss Magius is cool. Honchkro's cool. Glameow, Perugly. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. I swear there's more Gen 4 Pokemon like anything. Or at least like notable ones. Oh my gosh. These evolutions are cool. They brought back most. Are these the only ones they didn't bring back? Yanmega, Gliscor, Probopass, Honchkrow. Only 6. Wow. Because Sinnoh introduced a lot. Sinnoh introduced like, what, 25, 30 of these evolutions? Most of them made it back. Okay, that's good. Manaphy, Fiona, again, weird thing with the mythicals here, but I hope if there is a Diamond Pearl remake that they do something with these guys. Because, like, it's going to be hard to top the Ranger Egg event. And obviously we won't have that unless they put like Ranger on the eShop or something. That would be cool. That would be cool. Game Freak, Nintendo, put something together there. I'd love it. Game Freak, it doesn't have anything to do with Ranger. I'm pretty sure actually. But whoever made Ranger, talk to him. Talk to him. Get it on the eShop. That'd be a good idea. Wow, all of the mythicals from Gen 4. Guys, this is getting really sus. This is getting really sus. Diamond Pro remakes. Again, I feel like Gen 5 starters. I know these guys also, like the Gen 2 ones, are not very popular, but yeah, I feel like, again, they didn't bring these back because if it was only the Gen 4 starters, it'd be too obvious. I do not miss the monkeys. I do not miss the monkeys. They're literally just the worst starter trio. Patrat, Wachog, garbage. Oh, Blitzel, Zebstrika, 2 of my favorites here. I know these Pokemon aren't popular, so like I'm not surprised that they got cut, but man, I love these 2. These are like 2 of my favorites. I think they're so underrated. I don't know why, but they're just so cool. They're so cool. No, I don't mind. I don't mind. Ducklet, Swan. There's actually a lot of Gen 5 ones they brought back. There's like a big gap there, I think. Yeah, from 42 up to 80. Wow. 40 in between came back. Okay. Good number of Gen 5 mons came back. Deerling, Saucebuck. Again, these are 2 that I like that are underrated, but still not that popular. So I'm not surprised. Alola, I don't really care. Poor Electros. I think he's such a cool Pokemon, but he's been like so neglected since Gen 5 ended. Yeah, I'd like to see Electros come back someday. Mellow, that's it for Gen 5. Wow, they brought back so many Gen 5 mods. Okay, good job, Game Freak. Good job. I like Gen 5 mods. Meloetta did not come back, but Keldeo and Genesect did. You see why I think this mythical thing is confusing? It's very strange. Gen 6 starters didn't come back. Surprisingly, everybody thought Greninja would be there, but he's not. I think that's a weird one. I can understand cutting the Gen 5 starters and the Gen 2 starters, but these guys are pretty popular, and they're still pretty new. So, like, there's not going to be a remake anytime soon. I disagree with cutting the Gen 6 starters, personally. Not these guys. I don't mind. Oh, but Pyro would have been cool. If they buffed him in some way. He definitely needs a buff. Florges, that's another cool line I think got cut. Skittle, wow, there's some neat ones. Oh, and then there's just like Jump from Furfrou to Hoopa. Okay, they did bring back a fair amount of Gen 6 Pokemon, actually. It's just the Jump, I can't believe that. Furfrou to Hoopa, I was not expecting that. Alright, I don't really miss Hoopa in particular, but I don't feel that strong about Diancie or Volcanion either. I think the mythicals that gen are all kind of meh. Picky Peck, again, this is just the filler stuff. Crabrawler, Crabominable, this Pokemon's ugly. Oricorio, he fits Alola. Like, they wouldn't be able to do anything with him in Galar, which is like, it's fine. Minior, that's a cool Pokemon, actually. I miss Minior, and I think Komala would have been cool this gen, too. These two, I miss, and then Bruxious is the last one, and how fitting of an end is it that Bruxious is the last one? I don't think a lot of people even think about Bruxious as a Pokemon most days. So, that's it. I think for the most part, they cut good Pokemon, or at least they made good decisions to cut the Pokemon they did, because I don't think they're ones that upset a ton of people, but there are a few that I think, notably the starters, I think are a bit sus. And a lot of this Gen 4 stuff is sus, which is why I think they're gonna make the remake soon. So discounting Gen 4 where they cut a lot of stuff, I think they did a pretty decent job. Like, there are a few Pokemon, as I detailed going through here, that I would have personally brought, like Breloom here. I think Breloom was a no-brainer. But for the most part, I don't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. Granted, there is still the whole debate about should you cut Pokemon in the first place in general, but that's something I want to talk about in a later video at some point. I've been putting this off for such a long time. I'm like the only person who doesn't talk about the National Dex debacle, but we'll get there eventually. I think it is something I am eventually gonna have to cover. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I didn't make anybody too mad. Hopefully I didn't set anybody off by saying, yeah, Girafarig is garbage, he doesn't deserve to be here. So, for all the Girafarig stands out there, and the other Pokemon that I crapped all over, please don't hate me, and again, let me know about the light and the t-shirt. That's the main takeaway from this video. Just tell me about those things, okay? That's it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.